Blasters lost to Mumbai City FC in the last game before the lost to Bengaluru FC. So, has two consecutive defeats affect the team's confidence? And what is your preparation and about the crucial match against Hyderabad FC?
I have to, you have to divide things. And first of all, the game against Bengaluru itself was really some stupid goals, but it was really painful. But we stepped up out of that game with still some confidence. Different game in Mumbai. We came out quite slow, and they came out well. We considered early goal, but we also bounced back in that game, and we're really proud of the journey that we scored 2 fast goals, and in that time we had a momentum, and then we got this red card and we lost. So it's like completely 2 different games from my perspective, and you always, what should I say, hurt when you are losing a game. But we had that solid like a group and experienced. So we don't let that some single games influence our confidence. But then I have to admit that we have to step up. We have to win games. But we are not lack of confidence or energy. Absolutely not. So we are super prepared for the game tomorrow. But we have some things that we have to develop and improve. That's crystal clear.
The match against Mumbai FC Blasters has considered 4 goals, and before that considered 3 goals. So 2 matches considered goal 7. So how do you evaluate the Blasters defense section, especially in the defense section, and the form of the goalkeeper also?
I mean that for me, like a coach, I always you have to see every considered goal in a separate way. And we don't consider that many chances actually, and that's a problem itself. That that we don't consider that many chances, but we still consider goals. I think the game at home here, Bengaluru, we hardly consider any goal chances, and that was like we considered a goal in the end of the game when when they're pushing and it was like a 50-50 ball behind. But I think that the only goal I can really see that we are struggling without some kind of defensive structure is the first goal against Mumbai. We were quite many players in the penalty box. We were way too soft. So the other goals, there's no similarities with that considered goals. But that's a problem that we are obviously considering too many goals for the moment. It's not just about defense, it's about also not put ourselves in trouble. Obviously it's way easier to win a game when we have a full squad, you have a full team on the pitch, 11 players, it's preferable to win games. So and I think also somehow I've been improving. I think he played I can't blame him for the considered goals in the last game. So he's a young, talented goalkeeper with a bright future.
Coach, you started the last game with a back 3, and then you pushed towards back 4, and then your team was flowing quite smoothly in the second half. I mean, your team was quite good and quite impressive once you moved to the back 4 in the second half. What was your thinking behind having a back 3 to start the game with? And in hindsight, do you think maybe you could have started with the back 4 because they were doubling up on the wings, and of course that first goal, Chante, which he just the 1-2 just moved on to the right. There was a pocket of space left on either side. So could you explain a bit about the thinking behind starting with the back 3?
For me, you always can always analyze it afterwards, and if you should do it again, probably I will address a back 4 from the beginning. But the notes that we have to you said in the press conference straight after the game against Bengaluru, right, in that chair behind you, and we will all agree that we played one of the best games this season. So it was quite, was not an easy decision, but it was not a hard decision to keep the same shape, to keep up the momentum. That was a bad result of, I guess, Bengaluru, but it was a really good performance. So, and sometimes it's the fine line. Should I change again, or should I keep it going? And we did that. Then we adjust already after 30 minutes. With the first cooling break or the water break, we changed to the back four, and then in the half-time I changed players. So that's a part of the game that you have to react like a coach. You can also regret about decisions, but sometimes you make good decisions, sometimes worse. The most important thing that you are taking more good decisions than bad.
Talking about good decisions and bad decisions, again, both of the fullbacks have different kind of traits, and Navaja is someone who brings in a lot of offensive traits as well, along with this defensive. Something on the other hand, to my naked eye, it seemed like he's making a lot of poor decisions in terms of whether it comes to crosses, and he comes into a lot of good positions, but maybe the end product isn't right there. And he's been doing that. Of course, you changed him at halftime, but what would be your advice to, and is that an area of concern for you, the right back area, and what would be your advice to Sandeep? Because there seems to be a contrast between the productivity from both your wing backs. Navaja is doing extremely well.
I think all players, also like all guys in this press conference, have pros and cons, and we have things that we have to improve and things that we are really good at. I think that Sandeep have been progressing really well this season. Actually, he hasn't played in the pre-season, and then also in the Duran Cup, and I think have been doing great for us. He's a solid guy. In this game, obviously, we struggle a little bit with some details, but frankly speaking, there was some other players are struggling as well. So also in the other team, and also the referees, and also the coaches, right? That's quite normal. So I don't want to dig into and criticize any single players. For me, it's like you have to see it from a bigger perspective, and you can always see details afterwards. But I think that I'm not that straight answer on the question. I'm not concerned about the position.
I have a question for Luna. Your creativity, since you came back in, you bring in a lot of creativity with your forward runs, your passes in the box, touches in the box, or just outside the box. But there are a lot of young players who play around, young Indian players. Be it, of course, Vipin is there, and then what is his name? Guru, of course, a young guy who played his first match. So for these young players, Ayman, of course, yeah. All these young players, what would you advise to them? Because what more can they do to complement your role in the team?
Hello. Hello. I think they are doing good, really good. I enjoy playing with them. There is more like what can I learn from them than what they can learn from me, because they are good players. Vipin is in the national team for the first time. That tell you a lot about him. And they have to enjoy the game. When you are young, you don't have to feel pressure about playing football. For me, that is the key, that the young players feel free to play football. I want them to play like they are playing with their friends on the street. That's the key for me, for young players. And they just are starting their career. They have to enjoy the game without pressure, without nothing, and then you will see a good decision there. So I'm extremely happy with the young talents that we have in Kerala, and I have full confidence that they are going to do really well this season and in the future, because like you say, they are very young.
Hi, Captain. Do you think some of our players are not behaving well on the field, like what Pepper did last week?
No, not at all. I think if you look I will put you as an example. You make mistake in your life, of course, everybody does. You don't have to point the player because he make a mistake. He knows that, and he has our full respect because he's doing really, really well. Now, unfortunately, we are going to lose him for this game. But what I want to see when Pepra come back, I want to see the same Pepra that he played the last 3 games because we need him. He's really important for us, and he have the full confidence of the team. Of course, he makes a mistake. Everybody does, and we already move on.
Hi coach, back-to-back defeats and you fell down to the 10th spot. So how do you plan to revive the morale of the team? You already said that the team is confident still.
First of all, I'm not reading the table, especially not after 2 defeats. That's quite normal. We are playing a really competitive league. It's an equal league. We know that we need 3-pointers. If you win some games, then you are top 5 again. So it's like, you can't let the result influence your mind too much. Then it's hard, right? So you have to move on. We know that we are in a situation that we need 3-pointers. That's crystal clear. So nothing to hide. I can't say that I think still that we are making progress. I must say that, of course, the first 30 minutes against Mumbai away, we didn't perform well. How we reacted second half, how we came out second half, how we played, how we pressed, how we create chances. I mean that we scored 2 goals in 20 minutes away, and we consider a penalty in that moment, so we was losing 2-0 and we turned the game around. And frankly speaking, in that moment when we got the red card, then we had a momentum. So it's like my job now is to take the negatives off, to let it be like learning points, and then continue this game here in 24 hours or a little bit more inside in this stadium to play like we ended in that game. That from the 70th minute before we got the red card, continue like that. That's my job now. So I mean that, like Luna said as well, we were absolutely not happy that we lose in that game. It was really emotional reaction from all players and stuff after the game. But then, when we talk about it, clear it out, move forward, then it's just experience, and then move forward and pass on positive energy. And I've been in professional football for many years now. I have a really good feeling about this club. I have a really good feeling about this team. We are doing really well in training, and I know that in long term we will achieve many good things. But then in short term, it's always like you have to deliver also in short term as well. So that's my job and that's the player's job, right? So, but I have no negative feeling and no stress, but we have to perform.
That's true. One more thing. When we see from outside the pitch, there are a lot of unforced errors are happening, especially in the defense line. Are you a bit worried about that?
You're always worried about unforced error. I can lose my glasses here and I have to buy a new one. But it's really hard to. It's easy to say that they avoid errors. The only thing we can do, as a team, is to be maximum concentrated in training session. Don't create bad habits in training. So if you make some mistakes in training, okay, discuss it. Do it in the right way again. Do it over again, and don't repeat it in a game. So it's if you talk too much about don't do any mistake, then the player gets scared, and that's not good. So then it's included football to deal with setbacks. I mean that if you are, now we are Kerala Blasters fans, hopefully, But if you see the games also in ISL every single evening, if you see Premier League or Serie A in Italy or in Spain, even if you maybe see less, you see unforced errors. So now is try to avoid it as much as possible. But if you highlight that too much and like afraid to make mistakes, that's not good for the climate in the group.
Thank you.
Coach, a question about team availability. I mean, we haven't seen Noah in a while, and that's something which fans have been asking a lot. How close is he close to making an appearance back? And also, you're going to miss Petra now. So having those two big players miss, how big is it? It's going to be. And first about Noah, please.
I saw Noah this morning wearing a grey t-shirt. A little bit tired, but I saw him this morning. Yes.
Can we see him on the pitch?
Most likely, yes. Grey t-shirt, green shorts, I think.
Yes, green is good for...
Cafe lattes.
Green is a green light, I suppose.
Huh?
Green shorts, green is a green light, I suppose.
Yes.
Coach, one final question, if it's okay. I mean, you've been dropping Drincic on the bench. I mean, Milos, have you playing Koyev? I mean, what difference does he bring? Is it because of pace, or what is the thinking that you're preferring Koyev more?
I mean, it's always a coach have the mandate to choose the player he believing at to win this game. And for me, Milos have been doing really well in the preseason, in Dura Cup as well. Also in the first games in ISL. It's more of a choice. You will see Milos playing quite soon again. Then it's different. It's different playing styles. I mean that Luna is a really good player. Petra is also a really good player. But they're different playing styles, right? Different bodies, different quality of work. So different kind of qualities. I mean that. So it's more of a choice, and it's also really important that you're involved. I mean that to also keep the foreigners going, and I mean also use them now in a wise way. And I mean that in the game, Mohammed and away, we end up the game with four foreigners in the in the front line. So it's like we will see how we handle it in the future. Alex is doing well, also Milos. So we'll see how we approach it in upcoming games.
I want to ask one more question. Yeah, I have one more question. If it's okay.
Okay.
I believe you have a set piece specialist, an assistant coach who specializes in set pieces. We haven't seen a great deal of conversions from corners or direct free kicks. Not direct free kicks, I mean from wide areas. Is that something that concerns you? Because you seem to get a lot of those corners and wide free kicks.
No, we are absolutely working on this, and we know that is absolutely an area that you have to score more goals from set pieces. Then it's like you have to also realize that there's a really fine line between scoring or just create a chance, right? So I'm not worried in that sense, but of course it's crystal clear that we want to score more goals from set pieces and also consider less. But we are working really hard on this, and we are. This is absolutely an area that we know that we can improve. But we think that we are doing good, but not great yet in that area. But we are really professional. We analyze everything. We train these kind of things. So it's a fine line, and hopefully we'll score tomorrow.
Can we have the second last question?
Okay. Luna, due to the red card, Goalkeeper will not play tomorrow's match, and Noah Sadoi is doubtful. So if there is no Petra, no Sadoi, what will be your role, especially if there is any change what is your preparation about the crucial match? The absence of two strikers.
My role is always the same, whether it's Pepper or Noah. I have to help the team there in front, also in defense, try to give assists to the strikers, try to score goals. I know I didn't score a goal yet, but it's important for me that I am helping the team. The football is not only about the scoring goal or giving assists. There is a lot more to analyze, to see. But yes, I have to help the team there in front, trying to give an assist to Jesus that he's doing really well, trying to help the team in defense, and then play football, feel free, enjoy the game, and of course we need 3 points tomorrow because we have 2 defeats in a row, that everybody knows that. But yeah, that's my role in the team, whether it's Pepper there, Noah, whoever is on the pitch, my role is always the same.
Hello.
Hello?
So we have a good healthy competition with Hyderabad FC, and you have been part of it, including a final. So they have been having this ownership change recently, and they are a comparatively younger squad now. So how do you think they have progressed, and how do you think we have put that change in the period?
From the last seasons?
From the 2021 to 24.
I think the club in the last season they struggled a little bit because they have some ban or something like that, no? They couldn't sign players. But to be honest, I don't want to analyze another team because it's not my job. I can't speak about Kerala Blasters, and about Kerala Blasters I can tell you that since I arrived in the club we are doing very well. We play a final, unfortunately we lose that final in penalties. Then we reach a 2-time playoff, which is okay. And now this season we are no good but not bad, We are there in the middle. It's just we have 7 games so far. I don't want anyone to panic because it's only 7 games. We have time to improve a lot. The team is playing good, but of course we can play better. That's a reality. And every single player can play better. That's another reality. It's not only about 1 or 2 players. Everybody have to step forward. Everybody have to perform better, and then in the end of the season we will see.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Another question?
No. Sure.